What's up, guys? It's me, DisBearity here, and I'm going to be showing you guys a couple online matches here. Well, probably not in a single video, but it's probably going to be in two videos of some Agent Parts 4 gameplay here. As you guys see, I've been on a win-loss ratio, and I'm showing you some of the games that I feel like have been really good, especially this one right here, which I played on 12-13-23. This one was actually pretty cool, because this one I was Japanese versus Jeanne of Arc, and I'm showing you guys what I did. So this match, I'll be playing at times 2 the speed, where we can get through a little bit quicker. So I hope that you guys enjoy. Let's go ahead and head on into it. All right, so now that we're in the match here, so in this match here, I basically decided that I was like, okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going against Jeanne Arc. I've been hearing a lot of stories about people going against Jeanne Arc and how challenging she is, and I went against her about 3 times myself previously, during the time when I'm learning Japan. And yeah, learning her to play against her is definitely a challenge, and it can be definitely hard. So don't get me wrong on that. So what I go for here is that I go for a 2 TC build. So I started to learn that, depending on matchup, or who I go against here, I either need to decide on whether I want to go a 2 TC build or a 1 TC aggressive build. So if I'm going to get someone like Holding Your Own Empire, then I will most likely go the 1 TC aggressive build in order to, to be aggressive against them before they can age. Because a lot of them, especially in lower elo, likes to rush to tier 3, and they usually don't have an army at that point. But because they're at tier 3, they're able to pump out and get relics and stuff. So that's something that I usually end up doing. So this map was actually really good for me for the first off, because look at this here. This was beautiful. Like, what RNG is this? Where your gold pit and your stone are right next to each other, so I don't have to have any traveling time, and so I can age up perfectly. So, and then with the sheep here, I was actually blessed with some decent sheep. I'm not gonna lie. These sheep was really blessed me today, because a couple games I've been playing, I'm like, where are the sheep at? And then I look at the recordings and past replays, I'm like, oh, well, somehow the enemy team, I'm not gonna say that they're cheating or anything, but they directly went for every sheep, But hey, who knows? So usually by the time I have about 7 villagers out, should I switch to the caster mode? Yeah, I'll switch to caster mode. So, usually before I have about, like, let's say about 7 villagers on food, that's when I start to basically send my scout back to base, because, you don't want any more villagers to come here and eat the food here and be, having to wait, basically. So that's what I usually end up doing. And so, as you see here, I have 302 gold, so I hit up enough gold there, and I started to, go ahead. Actually, wrong person. I hit up enough gold over here, 271. So now it's trying to chop down. And the reason why I actually did that, by the way, too, so I kind of started to do, if my gold piles are right next to each other, I don't mind collecting 1 stack of gold first, so I can eventually get I can make Toara as my, one of my first items, and then go to stone. I don't actually mind that. And that's only if, though, they're right next to each other. If they're not right next to each other, I can't do that, So as you see here, we're already aging up, and let's check on my opponent here. He started to age up as well, but I started to age up before him, so I'm a little bit quicker than him right now. And I was like, holy crap, I'm actually a lot quicker than Jeanne Arc play right now. It's actually insane. So as you guys see, over here, I have 4 villagers on food, and also 11 on wood, because I like to max out a lot of them on wood while during this time, for I can go ahead and get that second town center up as quickly as possible. And then I send these folks here, I send them to automatically to go ahead and start working on berries, and also I'm getting Toara right now. So that's another thing here. So then this guy got my scout. I was like, fuck, I think he got my scout. But luckily, though, at this point in time, I had already scouted the majority of the map. Let's go back to normal mode here. Where's that button at? The regular UI. Because I don't want to reveal the map to you guys, like that. So this is what the map looks like, basically. And so now it's like, okay, this guy's Jeanne Arc. Guess what he's gonna do? He's gonna send, like every other French player, they're gonna send cavalry units, to come attack me. So I was like, okay, here's what I need to do. Then I need to get this barrack out and get as much units on food as possible. So I put had 3 villagers onto wood, and then I just started pumping out units onto food or to berries. So what I started to do too, in my most recent games, was I usually in my head be like, okay, I'm gonna put at least 20 units on food, especially on berries. And if I have no sheep like this, I'll keep a couple on sheep. But get these guys on the berries, let them eat up the berries, because the whole Japanese, getting from berries quicker, boom. So I'm not gonna lie, I sometimes forget to get Takuzaku, which I actually got it here, as you guys see. No, I don't have the resource for it. I thought I got there. Anywho, though. So I usually... Oh, there it is. There it goes. Yeah, so I started to get that there. But so as you guys see, I haven't started putting nothing on farms yet. And the reason why is that, first off, I don't even have Daniel Manor number 1 yet. And number 2, the farms aren't, what do you call it? They're still going to be going at a regular rate. Well, actually, no, HGZ, scratch that. I was wrong. I start to put some of these guys from berries onto the farms because I'm running out of berries here. And I know that it's going to be a risky play if I try to go out and get berries from, from other sources. Now, as you guys see here we go right here. This is it right here. So this guy comes in and attacks. Luckily, I had 7 units here, and I already knew he was coming to attack, so I put my gold up. And another thing is, as you guys see, I walled up my sides here because I already know he's going to attack. So I tried to, wall up here, but look what happens right here. I'm actually surprised that he gained vision there. I was like, how the hell did this guy just know that, like, to attack me right there, I mean, I guess he saw, so he started to come over here, and I lost the settler right there. And I was like, fudge. So I got a couple units. I'm still working on pumping them out. So I was actually really nervous here, and let me tell you why I was nervous. Well, first off, Jeanne is here. Second off, I don't have a lot of soldiers out. I'm trying to pump them out as quickly as possible. So I get nervous because I don't have my military upgrades yet, because I'm still working on the military upgrades, as you guys see here. But I was usually at this point, he was putting a lot of pressure on me, and I really wanted to surrender at this point. Not gonna lie, I really wanted to quit this match. Dead ass serious. Because now he starts to attack me, and I freaked out here because I had clicked the hotkey, or either that or I clicked the wrong hotkey, and I was like, what the fuck just happened? Like, why are they not listening? Like settlers, I was like, what are y'all not listening? I think what I wanted to put all my settlers here into the town center, but no one clicked. So I lost a couple. And so I'm like sitting here trying to like make sure to kill, take out as many as possible. And what's really worked out is that he lost a lot of value here. So Jeanne dies, got her here, and he just lost a lot of value. So he's sitting in units. I was like, okay, I gotta figure out on how to weigh. One of the tips that I got recently was like, I need to quit, going into losing fights. So I start to micro my units back to usually now to my town center. And so yeah, he's going around, scouting around, he killed a lot of my units here. Killed a settler there. He's going to kill a couple here as well. So what I did here at my gold, by the way, is that I'm learning to build a watchtower. Because the town center the second town center only holds 7, while this one only holds 5 as well. So put these guys in, use double shots. So I was able to save some civilians here, but as you guys see, ultimately they died, and so I converted a lot of my units here to a lot of my food guys onto the sheep. So he got a lot of damage here. I'm not gonna lie, he got a lot out of this. But he also lost a lot too, so I recovered. I still got his food, so I'm recovering as much as I can. Thank God he didn't attack my food source here. Like, thank you. So as you guys see, that town bell rings, and he still has a good amount of, look at all these resources he has. 800 food, 1,000 wood. So he was just, I think what he wanted to do at this point on, y'all, is that he wanted to basically force me to surrender. Because what I've noticed is that in lower elo, right, a lot of players tend to not know what to do past 12 minutes if you can't get your enemy to surrender. I start to like really notice that. So because of all this work and me coming back here, I was like, oh crap, I'm capped. So I think in the future I got to start putting 2 villagers onto the houses in order to build these houses quicker, so I don't have to be capped. But now I'm just starting to now build up my defenses and stuff, and put myself into some good work. So what I want to do is I want to convert all these guys here from my food, right? I wanted to bring them right here, because on this map berries are so far. Now what I should have done is probably move them here. Oh yeah, if I would have moved them there, that would have been excellent. But I think because this guy later on you'll see that he built like watchtowers and stuff there, so I couldn't do that. So I built my house here. Then he found me. I was like, in my head, not in my head, I said, of course he found me. Of course that he got 1 villager of mine here. And I was like, okay, good. He got 1 there, but so that's good. I was like, you can have it. And I was almost done building the gate there. So now I was like, okay, well, since that happened here, I'm kind of screwed. I really was screwed. But I was like, okay, you know what? Let me go ahead, and since I have the upgrade there, let me go ahead and, build some of these farms and stuff. So that's what I did. So I run back to the town center in the tower, and he backs off. I was like, cool. And I'm already aging, by the way, to age 3. So I'm ready. In this point of the time, I'm winning, y'all. I'm actually winning. Like, I'm building up my army here, got my samurai out, and I'm doing the damn thing. And so, now I'm gonna slow it down real quick. This guy does what a lot of typical players end up doing. Oh yeah, look at that, the AoE, the AoE. So I end up focusing her with my town center and also my my samurai, and look at the attacks here, just doing some damage here, doing some damage. Doing some damage. And then I was like, wait, I was like, she didn't die in there? Because, you know, I thought I got her. So she didn't die? But luckily he backs her off, and they back off, right? So now I'm just pumping out units. I'm like, whatever units I have, I'm pumping out. So one thing in this game, guys, that you got to know is, like, in Age of Empires, you cannot be floating with resources. That's what I learned big time. So as you can see, I'm floating in wood, right? But I'm using that wood in order to build farms. So what he could have started doing, though, is he should have started attacking from, I guess, other places. But he didn't. So that's cool. That's fine. So now, like, as you guys see, I have these guys AFK, and I finally realized that, oh, I have to use AFK, and I have a Yoshiro here. So I put my first Yoshiro inside the military barracks here to increase that production rate. And in the future, too, putting a Yoshiro in your town center or forge does help out tremendously a lot, too. But, you know, hey, I'm not a pro player. I'm just DisBearity, you know. I try my best, right? And so now I'm like, okay, well, he's attacking. And then it's revealed that, oh, he made a freaking, he's going Ram strategy, because that's usually what everyone does. They like to say, hey, let's do the whole Ram strategy. Let's bring out some Rams. I was like, okay, bring out the Rams. And then I realized, oh, my rally point is out there, and I kind of screwed my rally point there. But I was like, okay, that's fine. Because look here. My units are pumping out. I'm keep pumping it out while also regaining this food here. And then now what I need to also start realizing now is at a certain point, I got to start, like, putting units onto stone, where I can get that increased stone as well, so that I can get stone and gold at the same time while also being able to upgrade my town centers a lot quicker when it comes to food. So as you can see, that happened. He lost both those Rams. He lost Jonah Arc there, or Jeanne Arc, and then he ran back his cavalry unit. So now I was like, okay. I was like, fine. You know, he gave me a little bit of breathing room. So I'm building these more barracks, and also I'm starting to build a workshop. You know, so yeah, next time I feature, if I'm gonna try to look for like more. Oh yeah, right here. He starts to build a castle there. He lost so much value, so much, guys. Those villagers there. That's what really screwed him. That's what really screwed him. So I was like, that's fine. You know, you use this castle there. I was like, okay, that's fine. And so I decided, I was like, okay, well, since he wants to play that game, I'm gonna go ahead and save up for a whatchamacallit here. So another risky play that I'm gonna be honest, y'all. I'm an idiot, because, you know, I had a gold pile sitting right here, but I decided to go way out here somewhere like super risky, and I didn't even build a tower. I should have built like 2 towers in order to protect me. But yeah, I was honestly dumb. You know, so I was like, okay, I have to take down this tower as quickly as possible. If I don't take down this castle, then I'm screwed. But good thing is that I started to go for relics. This guy did not go for those type of relics, because I think he thought the match would have been over at this time. Dead serious. And so I think at this point, I'm getting out 2 trebuchets right now, while still pumping out. Now, what I should have also done was start to try to double this up here, just in case. And I was actually expecting him. Now, he did get my Yoshiro. My Yoshiro that I was going to pick up the relic there. And he got it, and so I was like, fuck, dude. So, but good thing is I have a couple other Yoshiros to do the job and do the bidding for me, so, you know, it's fine. We're doing fine things, you know? So I got the Yoshiro coming out, while still pumping out units, and so now I'm floating on resources right now. My issue is that right now gold, but at a certain point though, I was like, you know what? Let me get out spearmen. It's a hardened spearmen, so that's what I decided to do. And so now he sends a force, right? I put these guys on stand ground mode, by the way, because I knew that's what he's trying to do. And, you know, see their Jonah Arcs there? So he gets one of my trebuchets. So that right there was a loss of life, like a great loss of resources there. So then I thought that I pinged this Yoshiro to come back and you know, drop off the relic, but apparently wasn't paying attention. So now I'm like, okay, let me go ahead and push these guys up, and, you know, as long I forced my units to go there and okay, so as you guys see here now, I was like, okay, I don't want them to repair, so that's why I brought my units up. It might be a sacrifice to some of you guys, but I don't want them to repair, so I was like, fuck, okay, well, never mind then. I was like, okay, whatever, I'll back him up, right? Because he's wasting resources. As you guys see, look at that the stone going down, just trying to, like, save that cat, that there. So now I have 2 trebuchets there. I was like, this guy's, are you so, like, dude, are you serious, dude? Are you really, like, wasting this many, like, you know, resources on just to protect that castle? Yeah, but then I was like, okay, well, that's good. I forced him to go inside. I was like, okay, cool. That's excellent. But then he tries the same thing. Dead. Such a waste. Waste of in-game human life. And so now I'm getting out a bit of cavalry units here and also a bit of, what do you call it? On Misha. Because on Misha, of course, they're anti-armor. Or they're effective against heavy units, so I was like, let me get a bit of those guys out. Just a little bit, not a lot, just a little bit. You know, because my resources are starting to, like, fare out pretty well. So now I know, though, in the future, though, like I said, putting a Yoshiro inside a forge helps out tremendously, by the way, because it generates 40 gold per, no, 25 gold per. So I was like, okay. I took out the monastery there. I don't know why he built a monastery, because he didn't go out for a single shrine. I think I got like 3 shrines at this point. And I believe I still went out for one. So at this point in time, so I was like, okay, I'm actually winning. I'm doing well. I was like, let me go ahead and start to build my defense. Now, because I know I'm safe, I have 1 unit building a stone wall by himself, so I have another unit building wooden walls here. So this is how it's going to be. And then now I'm pushing out here. I have 16 on wood. Pushing out here, building barracks stuff. And so I'm not going to lie. I feel like I was kind of toxic here. Dead ass serious. Because, well, I probably was toxic. So I say imagine. So what I mean by imagine when using a pretty strong OP faction such as Jeanne arc, right? And like losing. And I think the reason why he lost is because he wasn't preparing to play the game for that long. He was trying to say, okay, let me get this guy to surrender in the game. So as you guys see here, he starts to build knights because he doesn't know what to do. He's confused. And so at this point in time, let me switch to Casimir because I think at this point in time, I have a good amount of my upgrades here. I'm still missing a lot, as you guys see. Well, because, you know, I don't get as Japanese. Slow it down real quick. You don't get, you know, wheelbarrow. You don't get the horticulture. You know, you get double broad axe. You also get the specialized pick, stuff like that. But as you guys see here, even with him having a good amount of upgrades left, he doesn't have an army, which is actually very surprising. But I think for Japan, it doesn't show a lot, because I know for a fact I got plenty of my upgrades here. But hey, I don't know. No, Bloomery, let's see, Steel Arrow, because I know I got Steel Arrow pretty early on to defend against Jeanne arc, so not for sure. So here, I'm not gonna lie, I forgot that I built a Mongodel, and I kind of left my Mongodel there, and then I realized, I was like, oh, Mongodel's here. I was like, okay, let's use my Mongodel, right? So I kind of left this Mongodel open, and it got attacked. It's about to be attacked pretty soon. But as you guys see, I'm still pumping out an army here. Got a second town center. So things are going really swell. He's getting some stone over there. He's got gold over here. He's made a little farm over here. So, yeah, at this point in time, he has 56 villagers, and I have 74. So, he's a little bit less than that. And then he has the Royal Institute. So, I made sure to go for the Royal Institute, because that's a landmark, of course. Because a lot of people like to draw out games until, you know, the match kind of gets a little bit boring. But, no, I did that there. Finally, I took out the knights there. So I'm not even worrying about like what he's doing here. I'm just like, okay, let me go for it. Let me go for what he has here. You know. So I backed off a little bit. I was like, okay, let me go for this houses. I started going for everything. Like, I was like, whatever, dude. I think it's match is one. So then I realized, oh, he's building you know, anti-siege. I was like, fuck. You know, he got my trebuchets. But I was like, you know what? That's okay. Because, you know why? I'm still pumping out units. I have so much resources right now. They're like food and gold. Like, pumping them out is what it is. But then he surrendered. So, like, yeah. I think he just wasn't expecting to win, you know, for the match to be like that. So, he should just make more production buildings. But, hey, who knows, right? So, if y'all enjoyed that match, thank y'all for watching. Definitely consider subscribing if you guys enjoyed. Thank y'all. Peace out. Much love. Have a good one, y'all. If you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a like and also hit the bell notification down below. Thanks for watching.